Hey, I'm Ace, and welcome to my channel. Ah, the Trump hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He is precisely in the solar, giving a full report to Lady Minophilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minophilia is most eager to see you. My late arrival nearly cost Ace's life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took him prisoner, and I wasn't there when they served him to Ifred. Yes, by some miracle he survived, but that does not excuse the fact that he should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed him you you entirely, just as I'm failing you all. What done is done, Thancred. You can I'll blame you you can't I'll blame yourself for everything. Ace, it is so good to see you again. Imprecisable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minophilia with your heroic ep exploits. Thancred has told me everything you have done well to returned to us. The perils you faced were undoubtedly great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear, and now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Almoja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Yuda. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa, Laminza, and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permits the very air that we breathe. At last, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrid. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrate source of ether crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal, which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for delivering from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon towards which primal's essence is irresistible drawn. It is this coming together or etheric cooler sense which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from followers, worships the more numerous and virulent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as the ad- adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scramble to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals and process to which you yourself were subjected. Yet, even as Ifer took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous, meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feelings is one of relief at your safe return. And the immortal flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Ace. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who failed, I fear you will have gnarly a moment to yourself. Gnarly a moment to yourself. Whether she intends to or no, Philia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I am sorry to report that all are to be put to death. The flames with whom you were imprisoned, including, needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse, but once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends to strength to the primal whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we science continue our fight that no more innocents need to be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Ace. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. God forgive me, how many more lives Lucius would never have allowed this to happen. Allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. Until not so very long ago, you were but one of many adventurers seeking to make their way in Erosia. Erosia. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, confirming to Yada and Papalomo that the science would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the primal Iford. You have achieved a great deal in a short time and won fame in so doing. At last, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guessed, Ace, or rather, you have guessed. Beg pardons. Have Lady Minfilia, radiant as always. I am given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I am here on the behalf of the Maelstrom Grand Company of Limsa Lomminsa to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Ace, your recent exploits have gar- garnered you the attention of the grand companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Eiford band for his own to this end. All three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit that they have is evidence of the height regarded for you. I find myself wondering how word of a steed spread so quickly that the immortal flames should know of his triumph is to be expected, but what of the other grand companies? Eve, your reputation precedes you, Master Squall. 'Tis no ordinary man who can face a primal and emerge the victor. And imagine our pride when we learned that you began your journey as an adventurer in our own Gridania. Know that the people hold you in high esteem and that you will always be welcome amongst us. The Order of the Twin Otter has need of a valiant man such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelves Wood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Master Squall. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. A man of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours friends, our friends, ours friend, Oh, friend. And together let us secure a prosperous future for Utah. The Abnos was not exaggerating when she said, "You have the look of a hero." Full often does she speak of you, friend. It is only natural that we should want you for the maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa Lam Minsa to the shore of glory. Lady Mephilia, very well. Though I am quite sure you need no reminding, for mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the grand companies are all in comparison organizations empowered to call upon the mortal economic and technological resources of their respective city states and times of strife. There are precisely three such organizations in Erosia: the Maelstrom of Limsa Lominza, the Order of the Twine uh, Ad- Adder of Grandia, and the Immortal Flames of Utah. Serving a grand company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defenses and tasked with advising its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you are organized, if you are organizing over which of the grand companies best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The communi- commitment you make this day needs not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your alliance at a later date, you are entitled to do so, and yet I concede that it is no small choice you're facing, I'm guessing. Ah, and a thought occurred to me. You will, of course, recall that the three city states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceeding, I am giving to understand that the leader of each grand company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well, let Ace hear out our leader speaks, then return here with his decision. We eagerly await your answer. I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty loving breed and not best suited to the discipline of material, materially, materially, militarily, materially service, but I strongly urge you to join a grand company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is itching in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of greater power, Ace, and with it, you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is what it power is want to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet, however vigilant you are but one man in the midst of a grand company. However, you will be one man amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12s know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The grand companies seek to protect their own nations. We science are, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eurasia as a whole, similar yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you will be filled more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Erosia is changing, Ace, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what tomorrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is not we cannot achieve. Now, it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tatru. She will appraise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place.
To wait on you to roll.
Mm. John, did you these?
I needed the boots. Yeah.
Gosh, does it matter what grand company I join?
Like,
I don't really know. I know from you specifically what I had, because I was searching how to get the scholar, and it said I had to join a specific one. I don't know much about them.
Alright, I'm up.
Wait, you have to join a specific the one to get the scholar?
Mm-hmm.
That was a shitty thing.
Yeah.
I'm sad because I actually really like that dungeon.
So I'd suggest kind of seeing if the class you want has a requirement like that.
So check to see if does the dragoon. That's a good question.
No, I need to talk to him.
Uh,
But yeah, do you see what I said when what I meant when I was saying this gives you like the first paladin set? Like here, I'll put on the headpiece too. See?
Yeah.
This is my favorite set on my paladin. Until I got its relic gear at 50. Oh hey, we're level 40. Congrats, hon.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
We should do our level 40 quest now.
Not tonight.
I didn't say tonight.
Let's get somewhere safe for now.
Well, we can go turn in the quest in Costa and then just teleport to the FC house. But I figured turning in the quest and grabbing the next one would not be a bad idea.
10 levels away from buying a room.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What if there's a story progression requirement?
I'll just cry.
I mean, we are getting closer on the story at least.
Listen, it didn't tell me that there was one. I'm really hoping there is. Damn it, it was you I clicked. I'm really hoping not. I will die.
I don't think there is, but we might have to go back and do the
Lancer's
housing
Guild
quest.
is
Not
in
sure.
Old Gridania.
I don't think so.
Lancer's
Lancer's Guild is in Gridania, then the first set of Dragoon quests, I think, are in Coerthus.
I'm trying to figure out if there's any other classes I need, especially for.
No, they removed those requirements.
So no
Because
other.
it used to be you had to get Lancer 30, something else 15, and it was that way
No.
for all of the original
No.
Reborn jobs. But that's
He's talking about which grand company to join.
Yeah, I'm asking if there's any more requirements, like if there's certain classes that only unlock for that grand company, or if there's
no.
only that one.
Yes, there is, because Cash had to join the grand company she did in order to get Scholar.
Okay,
Yeah, it
there's
told
that
me I
one. I
had
want to
to.
know if there's even more than just one.
You didn't have to because,
Oh.
yeah.
That's what it had told me.
Grand Company just is basically what town you want your character to be from.
Okay.
I swear I heard that somewhere else.
Because I had read a few things and they said that, so I was like, okay, might as well just do this one. I didn't have a preference.
Double check. No. Nope.
Now what?
No. None of them have a Grand Company requirement.
Okay, then what I had read lied to me.
Yes.
Or was out of date.
That
That's it.
might have been like original fucking the game, but even then I don't think so because I don't think they had Scholar and stuff.
Okay, then I know which one I'm gonna pick since it doesn't really matter.
To the Free Company House?
Yep.
I'm gonna go with the one where I started.
Works for me. Trink and I went with Ul'dah even though we started in Gridania.
I started in Gridania.
I wanted the color. I like red
Yeah.
and blue. The other one was yellow, so my
Wait,
choices were very slim.
when it says rewards, what does it mean by rewards?
I think the rewards are really based on colored stuff, isn't it? Any?
Color slash theme, like Gul'da is more knights, heavier armor kind of look, whereas Limsa you have more of a pirate look, and Gridania has more of like Robin Hood, I guess, kind of deal going on.
Well, I like black and red, but
Baby, will you send me your friend code?
Let me. I thought I sent it to you once already, didn't I? Really? None there. Any here? Nope. Ugh. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to resend it to you. I'm starting this damn thing up. Hold up. I should probably plug it in at some point here soon too.
which one did you say had the pirate look?
Limsa Lominsa.
Oh, so that's
This
the blue
town
one.
on the ocean?
Okay.
No, they're red. Limsa is red. Ul'dah is blue. Gridania is yellow.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here we go. There you go, honey.
Friend request sent. Suppose I should change it from my name, huh?
Why? You just named you, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Holy shit, my playtime on Pokemon Shield is 70 hours or more. 75 hours or more on Super Smash Bros. Hey, best friends.
Mm.
Well, baby, we got a lot done today.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, when did we finish your chocobo feeding?
I'm not sure. I could go check it now. Give me a minute. Eh. 1 hour and 37 minutes left.
Damn, so close.
Yep.
So, want to know what my team is right now? Weird, I don't know why I have type null on here.
Eh.
I do have a Rayquaza.
think I'm gonna go for Limsa just because it's red and black.
I mean, I can't complain about Limsa. I kind of just space everything out of there.
Damn it.
Did you choose Limsa as well, Cash?
Cash?
What?
I said,
I'm in. Yeah,
did
I
you?
picked Limsa.
I figured.
Sorry, hard mode dungeon.
Makes sense.
Which one?
What one is this?
I don't know.
The Shiva.
Oh, that one.
That's something or other. It's like a theater name, I think.
I'm blanking on the name.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've looked at any of those. But you want to know what my team is right now, hun?
Mm.
No.
I said,
Fish Sharp, Copperaja, Bronzong, Ferrothorn, H/, and Lucario. Want to know the really funny part? My Lucario is from Spain.
That's funny.
What the heck?
And I have a Berserker that's from Germany.
Oh, Wonder is out here. And what the heck?
Oh yeah, that is the mount, I guess. That's the level checker mounts.
What the hell is that?
Hilarious, it hops.
Oh god, now there's two.
Yeah, Doc's in his and Road, which I think is Remy, was in theirs.
Yeah, and there's somebody from Wanderers here as well.
Oh, a Wanderer usually
And then I died.
that they are. Yeah, Wanderer means they're visiting from another server. They're from
Oh.
Sargatanis. Their search thing was funny because I examined them. It's please someone let me out of the basement. I am begging. They were a level 90 machinist.
Oh, everybody's gone.
I'm sorry about all the attention you are getting, Ace. I might have sung your praise a little too loudly and often to a few too many people. Um, Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue literally if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Granada Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Otter, will hold the first of three services. The elder Seed Seer will deliver her addresses. I should probably mention at this point that due to the original challenges involved in assembling all these individual parties, it's possible that the order of the services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that. So make Grenada your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Uda, where the Flame General Rabana Rabban Aldeon will be addressing the messes at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it is rumored that there's to be a special guest. How exciting! Last but not least, you must make your way to State's room in La Minza, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Malibu Blow Fishbrigan will be giving her address. The room is accessible. The Admiral lifts. Identify yourself to the sentry Zentheo, and he will admit you got all that. Well, off you go then. I hope you find the remembrance services suitable, educated. I suggest visiting the city states in my preserved order. Though with your record of in precise timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell.
I lost my son to the calamity. The three seed seers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body. Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood. Fearful of the green wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk
pox
the
on that
high
bloody
roads
Ixal.
without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. it dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children!
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
Follow
forest.
the elementals!
If you'll permit me, Alfie no. And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
The Gridonians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with two beast tribes. The Ixo are unquestionable, the more troublesome, being of a nationally warlike disperstation and wont to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The Silos, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, maleficent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians. Until recently, at least, at last they have grown aloof and changed absurd at roughly the time they summoned the primal Remuth. The Gridanians are no love for war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixo ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Silifs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though wonder though one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. The Twelveswood was gracefully wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable, vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood and thereby the power of the elementals will put an end to their woes. Yet, how long will that take? Centuries, I wager? Meanwhile, the Ixo will continue their incursions, speared on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridonians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to all out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twine Otter will need all the help it can muster. How vulnerable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them then? Well, perhaps we find out in if the elder seer words fell on grounds, futile ground. I'm guessing they went to bed.
Yep.
I'm surprised you're still awake.
I'm not tired for some reason. I'm not questioning it at this point.
You're like more getting. You're like
Been-
I'm gonna get more stuff done since I'm not tired.
Exactly. I'm like, I'm getting progress done. I've unlocked 3 hard mode missions, and I'm about to do a 4th right after I do this 3rd one. I'm getting there, and I'm about to unlock the area that has the astrologian.
Nice. See, I
That's
prefer it
like
when
is my
the
class I
characters
want.
actually speak than when I actually have to read.
Oh yeah, I prefer that too.
The reason why I deafen myself most of the time is because I have to read, and I don't want to end up what's the word?
Confused.
No, bother people while I'm reading while I'm in voice chat.
It's alright, I get it. Howling Eye. There it is.
Now I
Oh,
gotta
that
go to Uda.
I'm almost done a post-drum reborn, I think.
Yeah, it's got a lot more than I thought.
You're gonna have a long time of the free trial switch until you hit level 60.
It still gives me enough time.
This one I'm probably gonna wipe.
Huh?
Statistically, it's gonna be a wipe for this one.
What do you mean?
For this fight.
Oh.
Because a lot of people don't do this fight right.
For some reason, I thought level 60 or 50 was when I got Dragoon. I forgot it was level 30 because it's been forever since I actually played it on the PlayStation.
No one takes out these razor leaves like they're supposed to.
Did they add all the primals from Final Fantasies, or only some? Or they added more?
I have no idea.
Because I know they have the lightning horse. Lightning unicorn, or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have the big giant bird type thing from, I think, 10. One of the summons you get in the beginning. This way? So I saw when I was about to do the quest and stuff, when I was starting the quest, I saw that you can switch from uh comp, grand company to grand company. Does that mean once you get the
I
dice
have no
from
idea.
one grand company, can you transfer it out to the other two and get the other dice?
Not situation thinking. Sorry. Okay, I'm good now. Sorry. Was hard mode.
You're good. No, what I was
Yeah.
thinking was grand company wise, if they allow you to transfer to one grand company to another, you would think you would be able to get the rest of the dice from the other grand companies and just switch back to the one you were originally at.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Am I going the right way?
The weapons coffer. That's what I was waiting for. The same person got both of the drops.
Of course
You know
you
how
did.
pissed off that makes me? Like,
Let me guess the
why'd
grade.
they get both? I think they graded both, yeah.
Yeah. This way.
I also didn't do the best healing.
I am very, very confused. Nope.
I like how you can see like your reputation as you go through dungeons, like who's giving you commendations and everything.
What do you get for doing that?
I think after a certain number of them. Well, I know for a fact after a certain number of them you get rewards. What am I missing from good intentions? Must be a dungeon I'm missing.
This
The
way?
naval part.
No,
I
this
don't
is
have it.
the whatever that is. Maybe I have to go up. Let's see. Yeah, it was up. Okay. That took forever.
To go back. Damn it. Went to the complete wrong area.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana
I
Nanima
thought I got all
herself!
3
And
dungeons done.
Roban as well.
Missing one.
Nice.
So I had to do a dungeon to unlock a dungeon to unlock a dungeon.
Sounds about right.
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire
The only
burns
thing I'm grateful
brightest
for
and
is
shall
I'm a
rage
healer,
forevermore.
so I have faster queue times.
Yeah. I wish people wouldn't greed so much, though.
It's probably because there's probably an add-on that they get
Mm-hmm.
that just auto greeds everything.
Mm.
So they can sell it and get either seals or money.
Yeah.
There'll be the occasional things that I'm like, okay, I'll greet this because I want it for this class I'm going to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
That or it's like, oh, weapons coffer, and it doesn't give me the option for need or stuff like that. Oh, is this the one I need? Ah, in a Titan spot. I'm almost okay. I think this is the end more of Post A Realm Reborn. I think I'm finishing it.
Nice.
Because Ice was telling me there's like, towards the end of it, before you get the Crystal Towers, you do a long side mission quest leading up to getting the main story mission.
Aren't you supposed to
So
be
I
at the
think that's what this
chocobos
is.
before you close to the end too?
What?
The chocobo place. You're supposed to get it close to the end, aren't you?
Like the Chocobo license to get your Chocobo?
Yeah.
You have to hit a certain story mission, and then there is, and then since you got, oh wait, are you still by the company people?
Yes.
Stay there. That's where you get your Chocobo license.
Okay. I'm actually talking in Yuta right now. Well, not well
Yeah,
doing the
so
cutscenes.
you'll want to go up to the quartermaster. That's the person you speak to. Under materials, there'll be a Chocobo license.
That's not where you breed your chocobos, right?
No.
Okay. Because I remember going to this big giant thing where there was chocobo races and stuff. I thought it was closer to the end.
Oh, I don't know where that is.
And that's where you can breed, I believe, too. And there's a bunch of other stuff you can do with prizes.
Yeah. I don't know where that is.
Because I was,
Looks pretty.
I want to say you get to go there as an option, well, as part of something like a bit almost at the end of the reborn. I want to say that it there's a good chance. I think that's it. I think it's close to the end of reborn. Let me see. Uh,
Oh shoot, I went the wrong way. No. This is so confusing. Okay, I had to go around the long way. No. Here it is. Aha. See how long it takes me to queue for this. Already queued with 1 DPS.
Oh, okay. That's it. It's called the Golden Successor. I remember going there on the PlayStation.
Oh, the golden saucer.
Yeah,
See, I don't know what's there. I just have
a
been
lot
there
of
twice.
chocobo stuff in games,
I know it's a ton of games that are there. I just
and
don't
you get
really go
rewards
there
and stuff
much.
too.
Yeah, I know there's some cosmetic items you can get as rewards, like hairs and minions and mounts.
Hmm.
I'm at almost 1,000,000 gold. Or gil. Whatever it's called. Oh.
But no, they said the chocobo becomes your okay. At level 20 plus through the main scenario, at level 30, players can unlock the Chocobo Companion. So, I think right now I can only get the Chocobo mount.
Uh, you might be able to get your chocobo soon. I don't know. I
At
can't
level
remember
20,
much.
see, Chocobo mount at level 20 plus through the main scenario quests. At level 30 plus, players will unlock Chocobo Companion that will fight alongside you, the player. I have to join a grand company first, though, too.
Which you can't do.
No, I can join a grand company.
No, you can't. I invited you, and you couldn't.
I think they're talking about the
Let me.
Quest Grand Company.
Oh, those. Yeah.
I think that's what they're talking about. Let me see. Grand companies are organizations that.
Oh, shoot, wrong button.
Yeah, it says grand companies are organizations that players will join at level 20 by completing the main story quest. There are 3 grand companies: Maelstrom, Limsa, and Yuda.
I don't know where this guy is.
Okay, so I have to do that first before I can do the chocobo. Okay. And I'm gonna deafen real fast so I can let the scenario play out.
Hurrah! Reborn! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of Nalthal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, and now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden, and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Ul'dah stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Ul'dah, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Ul'dah. As Ul'dah prospers, so shall her people.
Ja, for Ul'dah!
Together we are one.
Your Grace.
Raubon? People of Ul'dah, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Ul'dah. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Ul'dah, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the Inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn! Forsooth!
The time is now!
I fancy meeting you again.
The Udonians have a long history of conflict with the Amilja, the beast tribe that worships the primal Ifrit. Judging by your look of distaste, I take it you have encountered them. The Udonians do not shy from confrontation if aught threatens their precious prosperity. They will seek to crush it. So have they dealt with Ifrit thus far. Something's his flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems, though they have been quite these past 5 years. The garlands have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Utah has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin resources will ever be fent. Which brings back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amelja are summoning him with ever increasing frequency. Every time they do so, Yuda sends their forces to smite the primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is bought with blood. It is a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder then that the immortal flames are eager to recruit more members. As such, desperate hour, an adventure of your experience would be most welcome addition to their ranks. I don't think they have a class where the class uses two swords yet, right?
There's ninja. It's 2 daggers.
Yeah, not two swords. I thought of two swords because a person in the story actually has two swords that he used.
Oh,
Ranma,
I'm on the last 20 missions.
whatever his name is in Yuda, I can't think of his name. Dude with the shield on his back and the shoulder armor with two swords.
You'd have to Google it to know for sure, because I'm not too sure.
Let's see.
Yeah, so I'm on the last 20 missions before I'm done post Realm Reborn, and I unlock the next area.
Nice. Oh, his name is Rauban. He almost looks like a berserker. Yeah, I'll send it to you. If I can find it. Wait, I'll save.
Oh, I think I just got another dungeon again. Yeah, it's another dungeon. Keeper of the Lake.
The middle dude. That's who I was. Because after slaying him, I think there should be a class with two swords.
You'll have to Google if there ended up being one. I'll be able to look at him and I'm about to enter a dungeon.
Because the first person who had a gun blade was a villain in. I think he appeared in the main story. And that's why I figured out that they might put that type of class in. You know what I mean? Here to attend the rebrace service. Be quick, the Admiral is due to give her address at any moment.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride. Yeah. 700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners, and together we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage, yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin
bastards.
have risen?
While the mines of Ogomoro spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all!
Long live the Admiral!
Melvin!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the seven hells, Admiral!
Fancy meeting you again.
As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limencia is plagued by two beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Shashigan, Shashigan, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garlands have also chosen to erect a fortress right in the Lumician's backyard. And that is to say, not of international strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between the various factions, and while they fight amongst themselves, the Garlands work their blades and watch. If the Mincians are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside and the primal's threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that they will soon take deceive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom standard will be drenched a deeper shade of crimson here long. A capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. Ace, this is Memphilia. You are well, I hope. Would I be correct in thinking that the final grooming service has now concluded? A moment ago you say, what a coincidence. Just aside, I trust you remember our guests from Grand Companies? Well, delighted though we are to have them here at the Awakening Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back.
Understand you can't pull the entire room and expect to get healed and not downed.
Hey, Dragon.
Hello.
How have you been?
Not too bad.
That's good.
I totally haven't started fishing.
Oh, don't worry. Fishing's my highest skill.
Fishing is addictive. Don't ask. It is really addictive. I picked up fishing, went over just for a couple minutes, and I can already see how Cash is addicted to it.
Well, especially if you do the voyages. They're so nice and fun. You get a lot of nice things from them.
Okay, let's see. I need to go back to Awakened Sands.
They're not even explaining anything to me. Like, how was I meant to know you're supposed to go inside this metal shield that they all went to?
No idea.
Like, good luck doing this fight without a healer.
Yeah, right.
How far you gotten into the story, Flame?
I'm pretty sure I'm at my first dungeon. I don't know yet.
I mean, if you ever need help on the dungeons, we could help you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know yet. I have to go to this person and talk to them.
Yeah, like I said, you're eventually gonna get dungeons back to back to back, and he wasn't joking.
That's what I have right now. I had 4 dungeons back to back. I'm in the 5th. Like, there's literally nothing I can do, because even if I respawn, I can't help them.
Yeah. Isn't it, if you respawn, you get stuck outside the whatchamacallit?
I'd be stuck outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all wiped. And then they're shocked. Literally, someone just wrote the fuck. Like, you're shocked that you failed.
I just saw someone named Daddy Chubbs.
That's fun.
People are ridiculous.
Let me guess, and they weren't letting you do the healing, were they?
They thought they would actually defeat the thing. Like,
Um, how do you screenshot?
F12.
I had to take a screenshot of this. This looks ridiculous. Don't forget to hit that sub button and the like button, as well as the notification bell to know when I go live and drop new content so you can keep up to date.